सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. My Diwali blessings to all of you and the devotees around the world. In our tradition, the Deepavali should be celebrated Amavasya night, because the Amavasya evening is the time I settled with the body. It happened 2000. So, 2000 Diwali settled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, 10 years over our mission. Now we are a 1 decade-year-old mission. It was 2000 Diwali that I settled into the body. First had the word, the extraordinary blessings that be blissful in Tamil. My Deepavali message is, understand the word Deepavali. Deepavali means set of lamps, or the serial of lamps. The mystical way, if I have to explain, the lamp, Deepa, exactly the word Deepa means ability to see beyond. It is not just light. When you light a Deepa in your heart, the ability to see beyond starts happening. Please understand. All our suffering is just because we stop seeing what is seen. We stop just seeing what is seen. We don't see beyond which can be seen. See, whatever is seen is seen. If you can see beyond the seen, that is what I call enlightenment, the Jnana Deepa, the lamp of knowledge. If you can see beyond what is seen, you can celebrate Deepavali. The real Deepavali is the ability to see beyond the seen. For example, here in this throne, just a pure Nirguna, Nirvigara, Nirvigalpa, Nirvana Sarira only is sitting. The pure seventh layer consciousness. But anything other than that, if you see, you are only seeing ordinary scene. If you can see beyond the scene, you will experience what I am saying, the pure Nirvana Sarira. The pure consciousness, Nirvigalpa. If you are seeing anything other than the pure consciousness in this seat, or having any idea about me, means you are seeing your ideas about me. It's like if you have greed, you will reflect that greed on me, and you will see that I also have a samskara related to prana sarira. If you have fear, you will see I have the fear related to this sarira. If you have different engrams, you will see me exactly as your reflection with those engrams. Sometimes I wonder how people obviously miss and pick up exactly reason for my action or reason for my word from their samskaras. This is one of the worst sickness. I can say sickness is the right word. How much ever you tell, they struggle with that samskara. They struggle with that engram. Not only hurt themselves, trying to hurt me also. But fortunately I am empty, hollow. Knife cannot poke. I can see very clearly. If they are 80% caught in the second layer samskara and third layer samskara, they will project the same thing on me. And for them, I look like I am also 80% on the second layer, third layer samskara. They will not even see what is. They will only see in their mind what they want. Anything you see in your mind, what you want, suffocates you. Because there is no breathing space between what you are seeing, what is seen by you. If you are seeing the reality, you will have breathing space. If you are seeing the reality in its reality, seen behind what is seen, you will not only have breathing space, you will have the space for dancing. Please understand. Seeing something in your own mind means suffocation. Seeing the actuality means you will have a breathing space, not suffocation. But if you are able to see beyond that, what you call as actuality, reality, you will have dancing space, not just breathing space, extraordinary ecstasy. The ability to see beyond the seen, the ability to see the master as the nirguna, nirvigara, nirvigalpa, niranjana, niramaya. The moment you are able to see him beyond the seen, you will be able to see you beyond the seen. Again and again I see people picking up exactly what they want and interpreting exactly as they want. They forget my ocean of compassion. And this compassion ocean, when it makes a small wave and touches their feet, they abuse me for that small cold feeling they have. Oh, it is too cold. He doesn't feel that I'll be feeling cold. He's so arrogant. And I don't even know how to justify that cold. That's the nature of the compassion ocean. That is why I always tell people, only if you are completely happy and blissful, be around me. Otherwise, don't try to be happy, don't try to be blissful. Just be wherever you want and work. Because even if you have one hurting or wound, you will go on be abusing me internally. At least that's where it starts. And you think you can get out of it. You need to get out of the whole mental structure. And many times you don't want to get out. That's another one problem. The arrogance and anger. I really feel sympathy for these people. But what to do? It is you who need to break that mental setup and stand up. It can never happen by postponing. It can only happen by breaking up. All our Vedic festivals are the chance given to you to break up. Today is Diwali. Come on, decide, break up. That's all. There is a beautiful tradition in Varanasi. If you go to Varanasi, you should break up some mental habit and come back. Even village old ladies, when they go there, some addiction they will pick up and break that addiction. They will decide, from today I drop this addiction. I know one of my grandmothers, she had the addiction of eating in the leaf. And she went to the Varanasi and decided that from today I will not eat in the leaf. Something like that these guys will select. I have seen one person in my village has dropped tobacco and picked up cigarette. That is dangerous. He used to chew tobacco. Of course, again went to Varanasi once more and dropped the cigarette also. If you go to Varanasi, you drop something. So every festival, every celebration in our Vedic tradition is a chance provided for us to drop something. So today is Diwali. Pick up a mental setup today of judging the master and break it. Drop it. Decide, from today I'll be intensely happy with him, around him. No fight. I end all fights with master. Actually, that will end 99% of your problems. Suddenly the whole place will look like a heaven. All the suffocation will go away. As on now, the mind which tells you constantly you are being exploited or you are not treated equally, as long as that is there, you will constantly suffer and feel suffocated. We always feel. That is what is the worst fear. Either if you are having master, you will feel towards master, or you will be feeling towards the society or the nature. See, these are the major entities in your life. God, society, nature, master. These are the major entities. Towards any one you will feel a strong hatred. This one is not treating me equally. For example, handicapped people, they feel the nature is not treating them equally. Poor people, they feel society is not treating them equally. Even if you are given everything, you feel master is not treating you equally. Different people have different feeling. So with anybody, society, nature, God, Guru, with anybody, you have the feeling, I am not treated as I am supposed to be. I am not treated properly. I am not given the right place. Some unjustification is done to me. Some way my expectations are not met. Some way I should have been better handled. Drop that mental setup today. Break it. Breaking that mental setup will make your life greater, better, happier than trying to have that mental setup and go on fighting with it. Yesterday in Vishwanath temple in the Varanasi, so I am supposed to drop something. What do I have to drop? And I have dropped everything. I looked around. Array, what to drop? There is nothing. Finally I decided, all right, I will have to at least drop something already which I dropped. Just for the sake of remembrance and tradition. So I decided to drop any hurt caused by society, disciples, nature or anything. directly or indirectly, done to me, which I have not even realized. There are millions of things which are done by society, by nature, by disciples, by people, which I have not even realized, which I don't even know. Whether I know it or not, I decided to drop all of them. That's what I dropped yesterday in Ganges. Now I drop. Whether I know it or not, let that be dropped. So I don't feel there is any unjustification, there is any torture, there is any suffering done to me by society, humanity, or nature, or disciples, or ex-disciples, or the world. Of course, nothing can be done by God, so no problem. So anything done, be dropped. Let it be dropped. Of course, there is no difference inside because it never had any effect from the beginning. But even I need to drop something for Diwali. So all you guys have to drop something. So decide to pick up something and dropping it. The decision itself is very powerful. Really, I am telling you. You don't know the power of decision. There are some people, just by one or two decision, a very strong Kundalini establishment happens in them. See, whenever you make this kind of simple decisions, the amount of Kundalini gets awakened in you, like a 10 unit, 5 unit. Usually when I bless, that becomes stabilized. I can say that 5 unit, like a transformer, it becomes 100 unit. But you need to have a system to hold that 100 unit. That's why I am saying that heavy Hatha Yoga. Last 2 days I am brushing through this Sittar Badalgal. Because I am going, the next subject after the sacred sentiments, it is going to be Siddha tradition. I am going to speak on Siddha tradition for maybe 1 month. I am just brushing. They describe morning 700 pranayamas, noon 200 pranayamas, and evening again 200 pranayamas. They say only then the body will be ready to hold the Kundalini explosion by the Diksha. I think that is what I am saying. Morning, that 3 hours of heavy physical activity. Like 108 Surya Namaskara is equivalent to 12 pranayama. Sorry, 1 Surya Namaskara is equivalent to 12 pranayama. So 108 into 12, that itself becomes 1200 pranayama. So if you do 108 Surya Namaskar, you are done. You have done it. And little sesame seed and jaggery should be taken, and soya. After that Surya Namaskar, sesame seed and jaggery releases all the engraved memory given to you by your ancestors. That is why still for the Shraddha, the sesame seed is offered. Understand? Giving Shraddha inside your body is that eating sesame seed and jaggery. All the engram handed over to you by the parents genetically gets healed. So after the intense physical workout, have at least half hand sesame seed and the jaggery. Maybe you can make it like a ball and it should be eaten, so that the ancestral engrams are released from the system. Sesame seed helps. So these 15 days, Deepavali to Deepam, Deepavali to Purnima. Yesterday is Amavasya, next Purnima. These 15 days, all you guys take up this as a project. Dropping all the fight with the master or with whoever you have, that main 4 entities: God, Guru, society, nature. With these 4 only you can have fight. If you are having fight other than these 4, then you are unique. I don't know what to do. All right, we will have a 5th category. There are some tippus constantly fighting with themselves. No, they become so deeply tippu. Tippu means depressant. That they become so deeply tip oriented, they don't need these 4 to fight. These mad people, when they become too much, they beat themselves. They go and hit on the, no, not even hitting on the wall, they just hit themselves. So that is called 5th category, Panchama. In these 5, any fight you have, decide to drop the fight and heal it this 15 day. Skandasashti Brahmotsava and Kartike Brahmotsava. This 15 day. Skandasashti Brahmotsava is to stop the fight. Means destroying all the fight. Then Kartike Brahmotsava is to evolve a sweet, beautiful experience with the master. For most of you, master is God, nature and humanity. So your fights will be mostly with me only. So drop the fight with me. Suddenly you will see the whole thing becomes heaven. So as I said, yesterday I dropped the fight with you guys. No more fight. So today you can decide to drop the fight. 15 days, take up this as a project. Dropping all the fight. Just this conscious decision is enough. And that can become a Kundalini in you. So now itself I give you my advanced blessings. Make the decision. My blessings. You will have a strong positive Kundalini experience. And do the physical working out so that Kundalini experience stays with you in your system. But your cunning mind goes on avoiding. No, what problem he is describing, it is not with me. I don't have. He is diverting. Then I think nothing can be done. Only the suffering will teach you the lesson. Or you need to take a long route of waiting, then coming. Even this everyday giving Shraddha 3 times. All the engrams given to you from the ancestor genetically gets destroyed. If you are suffering with the past engrams handed over by the ancestors or parents or family, go on doing Shraddha. You will see that just disappears. It's a very powerful technique. Those mantras, that act, that emotion, that sentiment, everything just releases all the engram handed over to you by the ancestors. So, essence of my Deepavali message is light the Deepa in your heart. See beyond the scene. See beyond the scene. I bless you all. Let you all experience and radiate enlightenment, achieve, experience, live, express, radiate the eternal bliss. Nityananda.